It's Friday, August 20th, 2021. Quick video today. I wanted to share a couple stories with you, but I want to start with this. I went to a Walmart today, not to shop because I would never spend a dime at Walmart, and I haven't spent a dime in Walmart or at any Walmart for a very long time. But I've been reading some of the comments. A friend of mine wrote me the other day from Orange County and told me that the store was very depleted. And I watched a video today on YouTube, and the woman had went to a Walmart and filmed a lot of the empty shelves, low inventory, and there's just a lot of questions right now. What's happening? Why the low inventory? Why are things being depleted? Are people stockpiling? What's going on? So I went to a Walmart in my local area today just to check it out and kind of verify what was going on. And lo and behold, there's a lot of things missing at your local Walmart. There were a lot of shelves depleted, empty, completely emptied. Shoes, clothing, lunch meats, frozen foods were either very depleted or just completely disappeared. So it was very interesting to see what's happening at Walmart. And I shot some video. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Are you seeing this at your Walmart? Are you seeing this at your local stores? Because I have a feeling this is not just happening to Walmart, but it's happening to other stores. But why is it happening? Why are we seeing such depletion? especially at a Walmart, which usually has a couple days of inventory. Their shelves are usually pretty stacked. So why are they running low on product? What's going on? Well, we look at this cargo ship backup on the West Coast here, getting inventory, getting products into the stores, while we have, I think the last I checked, it was nearly like 60 ships from what I read just a couple days ago, backed up on the West Coast. 60 ships. I mean, this is really unbelievable, but it's all backed up. And that's obviously one of the problems is getting products to the stores. We've had this supply breakdown, the supply chain breakdown, and it is very, very obvious. And what's scary is when you're reliant on other countries to supply products, to stock your shelves, if there's a supply chain breakdown for whatever reason, it's not hitting the stores, you got a real big problem. And this is, in my opinion, very, very concerning to see stores not being able to stock their shelves. And this could get much, much worse. Another reason is that I think a lot of these stores are not stocking as much as usual because people are not going to be shopping as much as unemployment is running out, as wages go down, as the stimulus checks run out, the benefit checks run out. All this is running out, and so people are going to spend less money. So maybe stores like Walmart and other stores aren't going to be stockpiling as much inventory as they normally would because people are going to be spending less. So it's a combination here of this supply chain breakdown, disruption, and the fact that the stimulus money, the benefit money, the unemployment money is running out. So again, it's really interesting to see if you get a chance and you go to a store like Walmart or another one of these large box stores. Really take a look around, and I think you're gonna observe the same thing that I did, that things are not as plentiful as they were a couple years ago, at least before this crisis happened. And when I was at the store today, there was really nobody there, which was also a bit alarming. Nobody shopping. Very, very bizarre, especially for a Walmart. And look, like I said, I will never shop at a Walmart. I don't like what Walmart stands for, but you are definitely seeing a shortage, at least at the Walmart I was at today, and at least at the Walmarts that I've seen on YouTube. Let me know, comment down below what is happening at your local stores, your local Walmarts, your local big box store. What is happening? So again, it's a sign of the times, and when you're reliant on other countries to stock your shelves, this is what we're going to see. And as we see inflation continue to heat up, as we become more reliant on other countries to import cheap goods, and as the money runs out, what are these stores going to look like? And another question is this: what about the smaller stores, the mom and pop stores? If a Walmart can't stock its shelves, what does a smaller store do? What does a mom and pop retailer do when they don't have the purchasing power of, say, a Lowe's or a Home Depot or a Walmart, etc.? What do they do? This is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, especially as we head into Christmas. Supply chain disruptions, stimulus checks running out, unemployment benefits running out, unemployment money running out. What does this mean for Christmas? And I know a lot of people will go, oh, who cares about Christmas? It's blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. People rely on Christmas for extra money. They get side hustles, extra jobs over the holiday to make money. And Christmas is a huge jolt to the American economy. If the stores, if the store shelves are not stacked up and stocked up, if people don't have the money to go out and buy things, what is that going to do in regards to the U.S. economy if Christmas is completely disrupted and people aren't spending money and people aren't buying things and there's nothing on the shelves and people aren't getting those extra hours of work during the Christmas months. This is going to be another big problem. So let me know what you think. Comment down below. An article out of the Washington Post today. It's titled, "Booming Business at Dollar Stores Shows the Widening Gap Between Haves and Have-Nots." Very interesting. Welcome to the new America. Welcome to the new world, ladies and gentlemen. The haves, the have-nots, the peasants and serfs and the royalty, right? Again, we have a large amount of job losses in this country. We have low incomes increasing in this country, and we have rising inflation in this country. And this is great for these dollar stores. Remember how many people we all knew that would never step foot in a dollar store? Now they're dependent on these dollar stores. You know, remember when people were just too good for them? Now people are reliant on these dollar stores. Foot traffic is up 32% at Dollar General from pre-crisis levels. And what's amazing is, you know, as I go out through different parts of California and different cities, such as the video I just did with Sid in Long Beach, and you look at the massive vacancies, stores and restaurants closing daily, yet these dollar stores are opening up. Why is that? Again, because people are going to be dependent, and they're becoming more dependent on these dollar stores. Again, welcome to your new world, ladies and gentlemen. It is really, really changing, and it's not changing for the better, in my opinion. But what happens, you know, if they can't stock their shelves? You know, what is going to happen here? I cannot stress this message enough, the importance of having food, having water put away, having a trauma kit put away, having vitamins put away, protein powders put away. Just we've got to really be critically thinking that if things shut down for a certain period, if inflation gets so out of control that we start looking like a Venezuela or Zimbabwe, how long can you go on your own? If a grid goes down, power goes down, the internet goes down, are you going to be able to survive, and for how long? You know, I think you have to be ready to minimally be ready to go 30 days without power, without food and water, and to be 30 days self-reliant, minimal. I think that if you can do 3 months, 6 months, even a year, you're going to be much, much better off. I just really think that we have big trouble coming, and we're going to see something come out of left field here, and most people are not going to be prepared for it. And I think right now, the more self-reliant, the more prepared you are, the better off you're going to be. And if you can be 30 days prepared, great. 90 days prepared, even better. 6 months prepared, fantastic. Do what you can do. Every time you go to the store, there's no excuse why you can't buy an extra 5 or 10 cans of food, an extra case of bottled water. That does not cost that much money. But I know most people do not want to cut the lattes out of their life. They don't want to cut going out to the bars. They don't want to cut going out to dinner. They don't want to cut out leasing that car. They just can't cut certain luxuries out of their life because that's a sacrifice, and they'd rather just hope none of this happens. But look, if you start connecting the dots, you start looking at the trends here, this is where we're heading. And it's a very, very scary time here in America, but we could all witness a time where we go to a store and the shelves are bare. And I know that people laugh and believe that that can't happen. You know, the video I posted yesterday on getting your money out of the bank. And I don't keep a whole lot of money in the bank, enough to pay the bills. But, you know, on some of these gold and silver forums, people laughed. And this is on a gold and silver forum. People laughing, saying that's clickbait. That could never happen in America. The bank would never take your money. They would never go into your safety deposit box and rob it. No, of course not. Although that's already happened. You look at the private vault in Beverly Hills that got raided. Over $50 million of private money in there was raided, and people still trying to get their money and their assets back. Raided by the FBI. But we look at what's happened all throughout history and what's happened recently throughout the world. New York Fed not going to give Afghanistan back their $1.3 billion of gold. Again, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And if you're trusting a bank to hold your money and your assets, I think you're very, very foolish. You don't know what these banks are capable of doing. We saw an electronic run on the banks back in 2008. People couldn't get money out of their 401ks or the money markets. Everything was frozen. This time around, we have so many more issues happening globally. We have so much more debt. We have so many more bubbles. And we have so many more things that are happening. We look again what's happening in Afghanistan and what kind of repercussions are we going to see here. I don't know. But again, people on these gold and silver forums laughing that the banks would never take your money. This is clickbait. Banks wouldn't do that. They've already done it. And by the way, your money's not even in that bank that you deposited in. It's already gone. It's digits on a screen, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I guess these people have never experienced multiple ATMs down. I guess they've never experienced their bank temporarily closed. I guess they've never really experienced real life. Again, I know that most of these people play video games. They're still watching cartoons and Netflix. These people are going to be the ones that really, really lose when all this happens. And again, we don't know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, but we know that we continue to have cyber attacks, power outages, bank closures, you name it. And again, massive volatility on these markets, down 400 one day, back up a couple hundred. There's so much manipulation and uncertainty taking place in the world right now. You have to be very, very, very careful. Another article that I wanted to share here while we're talking about that. T-Mobile admits data on over 48 million people stolen by hackers. But of course, your money could never be stolen. Your investments could never be stolen. Your cryptos could never be stolen. Now that could never happen. T-Mobile admits data on 48 million people stolen by hackers. Again, the system is so fragile. It's so hackable. I think people have gotten so naive. They've put so much trust in the internet and financial institutions and in banks and in the government that everything's going to be okay. That the government is going to come save you if we see a slowdown in the markets or correction or God forbid a collapse. The Fed's going to step right in and save it. Tell me when the Fed ever stopped a depression. Tell me when the Fed ever stopped a recession or a collapse. Never. They're usually the ones that have created the recessions and depressions and collapses. Yet people believe they're going to be saved by this same entity that is printing money hand over fist 24 hours a day. And how are they going to save us? They're going to print more money and devalue the currency even more. So I want to share this last article with all of you, and this should really concern all of you, and especially people with small businesses. The president is set to impose tax hikes on small businesses. This president wants to increase the top marginal income tax rate to 39.6%. This will hit small businesses, sole proprietorships, LLCs, partnerships, and S-corps. He wants to raise the marginal tax rate to nearly 40%, ladies and gentlemen, which will hit at least 1.9 small businesses right here in America. Now, if you look at China, communist China, their tax rate is 28%. We are going to blow that out of the water. You look at what's happened to small business right now, and now we got the supply chain disruptions, breakdowns. You look at small business, how many small businesses right now are not paying their rents, paying their leases, getting absolutely no help from this government. And what's the solution? What are we going to do? We're going to raise the marginal tax rate to nearly 40%. How's that for help? Please comment down below. This looks like complete devastation and destruction to what's left of our small business in America. How many thousands of small businesses have been vaporized in the last year and a half in this country? Now I guess we're just going to vaporize what's left. Small business is struggling in America. You look at how many are behind on rent, how many are behind on their leases, how many owe money, how much destruction has been done to the backbone of America. Without small business, without the small mom and pop restaurants and retailers, this country is not going to look the same. You can go shopping. Here's what you'll have. You'll have Sam's Club, and you'll have Costco, you'll have Walmart, and you'll have all your fast food restaurants. And of course, the small mom and pop landlords will be obliterated, and you'll be answering to BlackRock and Blackstone. Those will be your new landlords. But it's pretty sad when China's tax rate is 28% and ours is nearly 40%. How in the world does anybody open up a small business in this economy today? Who would want to be a landlord? Who would want to be a small business owner today in America? I don't know, because it looks like they're stacking the chips against you. You look like you're enemy number one. If you're a small business owner, you are enemy number one. They're going to tax you out of business. And on top of it, what's the government done? They're paying people more money to stay at home, so your small business cannot compete with what the government is paying people to stay at home. So small business cannot get people to come back to work because the government's paying, $35 an hour for people to sit at home. So how does small business compete against that? They can't. So they are just getting beaten down every step of the way here. And many of them are going to be taxed out of business. Many of them just can't get employees to even operate. You look at restaurants. Half the restaurants I see are open 5 hours a day. There's a restaurant out here that's open 2 days a week, 4 hours a day, 8 hours a week. Many just open for dinner, 6 to 10 or 5 to 10. How in the world does a restaurant stay afloat working or being open 4 or 5 hours a day? I don't get it. And now they're going to literally drop a nuclear bomb on small business here and tax them into oblivion. So please comment down below, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any good news out there, please share it with us. I wish I had really good news. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here. I hate to be the messenger, but I'm just sharing reality with you. When I walked through that Walmart today, I've never seen the shelves looking like that. And not to say that the whole store was wiped out, no, but there was like many different deli meats gone, milk, a lot of the milk was gone, a lot of shoes were gone, some of the food items were gone, just an array of different things that were gone or very limited. I've never seen it like that before. But a lot of times people will walk by this and not pay attention and be oblivious to what's really happening. So I advise when you guys go out, whether you're driving around in your cities or you're at the stores, pay attention and take a look around. There may still be things on the shelves, but are they as deep as they were a couple months ago? Are they as deep as they were a year and a half ago? Probably not. But what I saw today, things were in some areas of the store completely gone, wiped out. What is this going to look like over the holidays during the Christmas season? And what does this mean for the small mom and pop retailers? Doesn't look good. It does not look good, ladies and gentlemen. So please leave a comment down below, share this video. Please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification. God bless all of you. And I look forward to talking with all of you very, very soon. Have a phenomenal weekend.